Morning. I'm Sean. I'm an MSW intern, which means I'm working on my master's degree in social work, and I am working under a licensed social worker. We're here today to discuss what kind of options you may have, why you're here, and what you hope to get out of this. So first off, what does bring you here today?
Well, I really don't want to be here, but my mom decided that I needed to come and talk to a counselor or therapist at school.
Okay, and we can help with that. Before we get any kind of a treatment plan or routines set up, there are a few things I have to cover. That's confidentiality and what we call informed consent. What does confidentiality mean to you?
I guess when I think of confidentiality, I think of like private.
Okay, good. That's pretty much what we're talking about. It's when you're in here for sessions, this is a safe place. You can discuss anything you want to with me, and it'll stay in this room, with the exception of a few situations. And I want to make sure you understand those before we move ahead, okay?
Okay.
First off, if there's any suspicion of child abuse, elder abuse, or dependent adult abuse, then I have to report that. In my role, I'm a mandated reporter. State of California just requires me to report those things. Do you know what a dependent adult is?
I know it's an adult.
Okay, it's half of it, yeah. So what a dependent adult is, anyone that's maybe disabled, whether it's mentally or physically, anyone that's in a situation where they can't fully take care of themselves and rely on someone else to do, whether it's financial, physical, what we call activities of daily living. Anyone you might know with a caretaker, that's a dependent adult.
All right, got it.
The other limits involve if I become aware of any threats or intent to harm yourself or harm anyone else, whether it's suicidal, homicidal, or just self-harm, I also have to report that. Are there any questions on those?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm just starting out. I'm going to get a little background information from you. Who do you live with?
Well, it's just me and my mom.
Okay, no siblings. Your parents divorced?
No, it's just me and my mom because my dad's not around.
Okay. And what about friends?
I have a handful of friends, but I don't really talk to them anymore. I don't really like to talk to anyone at school.
Okay, when you say anymore, how long are we talking about? Somewhat recently, the last couple of years?
Probably within the last 3 weeks. I
Last
just
3
kind of
weeks.
stopped talking to everyone at school.
Okay, is there a reason why?
I just feel like everyone is talking about me and everybody's like judging me, and so I'd rather not deal with people talking about me, and so I told my mom that I don't want to come to school anymore.
Okay. And what makes you think people are talking about it? Have you heard anything, or has anyone said anything to you, or?
Nobody has said anything to me. It's just, I guess it's because of what happened, with my ex-boyfriend.
Okay, and what happened with your ex-boyfriend?
Well, my ex-boyfriend, we had been dating for a while, and he always threatened to hurt himself if I broke up with him, and I didn't break up with him, but then I couldn't take it anymore, and so I finally broke up with him, but he ended up killing himself.
Oh, wow, okay. And how long ago was this?
Well, that was about 3 weeks ago.
And is that when you stopped going to school? Or?
Yeah, that's when I stopped. I just felt like, everybody was blaming me for it, and I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with people talking about me, so I told my mom that I didn't want to come to school anymore.
Okay. And how did she take that?
Well, she didn't take it very well. She's really upset with me, and I think she's worried about me, but she doesn't like that I just want to stay home and lock myself in my room and, sleep all day.
Okay. And has this been every day for the last 3 weeks, or sometimes yes, sometimes no?
It hasn't been every day because my mom, she really wants me to go to school, but You know, sometimes I have stomach aches, and so I tell her that I don't want to come because I have a stomach ache, and she lets me stay. And I hang out in my room, and I try to sleep.
Okay. Moving on from family and friends, have you ever seen a therapist or been diagnosed with any kind of mental health condition?
No, I've never seen a therapist, and I've never been diagnosed.
Okay, well, since you're here, is that something you might be interested in?
Well, you know, my mom is the one who really wants me to be here, so that's kind of why I'm here. I'm not sure how, you know, I feel like I just need to go home, and I don't know what to do, so I just wanted to take a nap, and I don't know how this would help.
Okay, well, since you are here, what would you like to see happen? Because this is your program, so.
Well, I guess I would really just like for things to go back to normal.
Okay, and what does normal look like to you?
I guess normal would be me going to school every day and hanging out with my friends and just being happy again.
Okay. And what would it take to get to that point?
I guess I just need to feel like people are not blaming me for what happened with my ex-boyfriend.
Right. And is that what you feel people are talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like they're talking about me and they're blaming me for it.
Right. Well, first off, I want to tell you it's not your fault. You didn't do anything to cause that. So maybe one of the things we can work on is helping you accept that it's not your fault and move forward in whatever the best way is for you. Okay?
Thank you.
A few more questions on just background stuff. Have you ever been diagnosed with any medical issues, like migraines, back pain, any injuries?
No medical issues.
And then, before we wrap up, I do have to ask you, do you have a history of harming yourself, or do you have any thoughts of that now?
I mean, you know, what happened with my ex-boyfriend, I wouldn't want my mom to feel the way that I feel, so no, I've never felt like hurting myself.
Okay, good. And then, it's pretty admirable that you don't want to hurt your mom in that way, but what about as far as how you feel about it?
I do feel guilty. You know, I feel a little bit angry because he put me in a tough position and I don't think it was fair. But I do feel kind of guilty.
Okay. And that's, like I say, if you want to, that's something we can work on. Help you process what happened and, like I say, help you move forward and get back to school. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to schedule a full-on assessment. It's basically a 2-hour or so version of what we just did. And then we'll get a treatment plan together so we can sit down and help work through some of this. I want you to know this is going to be fully self-directed by you, so I'm not going to just come up with some goals and you follow the rules. We're going to come up with outcomes that you see beneficial and figure out how to reach those outcomes, okay?
That sounds good.
Okay, do you have any questions for me at this point?
Are you gonna tell my mom what we talk about?
No, that's all falls under confidentiality except for those few exceptions. Like I say, everything stays between us.
Okay, great.
Okay, well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and we'll set you up for an assessment.
Okay,
I'll see you soon.
thank you so much.